Welcome back, Mr. Vinod Mishra joining us now. He's the Director of Finance at Petronet LNG. Lots to discuss in terms of latest developments there and also assessing the natural gas landscape going forward. Mr. Mishra, good morning. Good to have you with us. Now, the government has recently announced an order to reduce diesel consumption, and they're looking at setting up about 6,000 kilometers of LNG fueling stations linking highways to 4 metros over the next few years. Tell us how this plan can possibly give a boost to your overall volumes, what kind of opportunities this opens up, potential for a business like yours.
Yeah, true. Actually, if you look at the kind of thrust which government is giving to natural gas sector, you'll find that a lot of things have been done. In the last week itself, our Honorable Minister of Petroleum and Natural Gas and Steel has laid foundation stone for 50 LNG stations in the country along the national highways and various other places and Golden Quadrilateral. So these things are coming up. If you look at this corridor, it's a new segment, entirely new segment. If you look at Petronet LNG was spearheading this effort since 2016. If you look at that event which happened in 2016, we had flagged off one LNG bus in Trivandrum, which was inaugurated by our Honorable Petroleum Minister. And since then, we have been progressing in that direction. And if you look at our effort, what we have done, we have been instrumental in instigating this sector in the sense that we have been instrumental including in getting this LNG included in this road transport rules, which we call as Ministry of Road and Highways. So this has been included as automotive fuel in that rules. Apart from that, LNG station have been included in SMPV rules by PESO. So these are the efforts we have made since beginning. And now if you look at what we are doing, so we have 2 LNG stations each at Dahej and Kochi, and we have bought 2 buses each at Kochi and Dahej, which are fueled by LNG. And our plan, if you look at, our plan is to have more and more LNG stations along with CGD entities and OMCs. And we have tied up with Gujarat Gas for putting up 5 LNG stations along Delhi-Mumbai highway. And we are in the process of procuring LNG dispensing station very shortly. And this order is being placed. So we hope that next year it should be there. So this is how we are planning. And apart from that, we have entered MOU with one of the OMCs for putting up 4 LNG stations. And then we have tied up with the IGL also for putting up some LNG stations. And apart from that, we have tied up with Sabarmati Gas also. So we are doing a lot of things in LNG, this landscape. And we hope that by increasing the consumption of LNG in India, in a way, we are invoking a new segment, which has not been touched so far. And people are attracted now, especially after this clarification by PNGRB that anybody can set up LNG station anywhere in India. So now people are attracted to this. So what's happening that this will be seeing a very high level of consumption in years to come. Because if you look at the kind of growth of LNG trucks, total trucks which are coming up on road in India, it's around 3 lakh trucks are coming every year in India. And 90,000 buses also are coming on road. So if you convert only 10% of these into LNG fueled trucks and buses, then consumption will enhance to the extent of 1 MMTPA in 1 year. So look at in a period of 5 years, it has a potential of almost 5 MMTPA in 5 years. And total potential I see in this sector is 7 to 9 MMTPA, which is a new segment entirely. So this is how we are foreseeing that use of natural gas will increase in India. And it's a dream of our Honorable Prime Minister that it should be a gas-based economy. And government wants that share of natural gas should increase from 6% to 15%. So all these things can happen when these kind of developments are opening up. So this is how we are proceeding in this direction. And we hope that we'll be able to sell more volumes in LNG after coming up of these LNG stations along highways.
Sure. Mr. Mishra, let's talk about your second quarter numbers then, because we've seen a big 800 bips expansion when it comes to your margins this quarter, but your reported profits were hit because of the higher tax outgo. Explain to us what kind of margins can we expect from you going forward?
If you look at margins, they have increased because what has been scenario in this quarter that we have been able to get this hike only from this 5% hike in the tariff every year we get. So most of the margins are coming from there. Apart from that, there has been inventory valuation issue also, because if you look at the price, it has gone up in this quarter as compared to earlier quarter. So what has happened that all these things are adding up to our margin. And then another area is India's impact, which is also there. So these things have added our margin. But if you look at overall PAT, if you look at PBT, it has increased substantially. As compared to previous quarter, it's a 70%, 78% hike. So it was earlier this 697 crore. Now it has become 1242 crore. This is the PBT we are having as compared to previous quarter. And if we compare with the corresponding quarter of the previous year, it was 885 crore. So PBT has increased substantially, no doubt. But PAT has come down. The reason is that tax rate in the previous year was reduced from corporate tax rate was reduced from 30% to 22%. So because of that, entire deferred tax liability also got adjusted in that particular quarter. So this PAT has increased to 1103 crore in that quarter because there was substantial reduction in tax. In fact, it was in minus. It was in this not even positive side. So that's why I'm saying that not because of tax rate. Tax rate is same as last year, but only thing in that quarter there was a substantial impact of deferred tax liability reduction. So that's why in that particular quarter, PAT was high, and it was not. It was highest rather, and now we have 927 crore as compared to 1103 crore. So this is the reason. Otherwise, if you look at subsequent quarters, I think this should not happen. This is only one-time impact which has come in the corresponding quarter.
Right. Tell us about the volume growth. What's been the effect of the pandemic and how far are you from the pre-COVID levels? Also, what about your utilization levels? Where are they standing at currently?
Right. Actually, if you look at this quarter, first I will tell you this quarter utilization. So we have processed 243 TBTU of natural gas, and throughput is 243 TBTU in our Dahej terminal, as compared to 181 TBTU in the previous quarter, which was basically marred by this pandemic. And if you look at corresponding quarter, it was 240 TBTU. So it was like that. And if you look at overall throughput, it has been 254 TBTU in the current quarter as compared to 190 TBTU in the previous quarter and 250 TBTU in the corresponding quarter. So utilization level at Dahej, if you look at, it has been more than 100%. And if you look at in the previous quarter, it was only 81%. So that way I can say that we have emerged as a winner after this lockdown and pandemic has started. And now we are at the pre-COVID levels almost. If you look at the consumption pattern, overall natural gas consumption in India, it has also grown to almost 149 MMSCMD. So this is how it is shaping up. So in Q2, we have recovered whatever loss we have made in this first quarter. At the same time, because 2 months almost have been lost in lockdown and pandemic. So that can be, of course, in future, we hope to recover. At least we reach to the level what we have done in the previous year. So this is how we are doing. And consumption level at Kochi has also increased. It has been almost 17% this quarter as against almost 13% in the previous quarter and 16% in the corresponding quarter. But now there is a good news for Kochi also, because Kochi-Mangalore pipeline has been commissioned. yesterday only. And now volume will start flowing to Mangalore region also. So hopefully next month it will be in a good, I think, stream, and it should come up in a big way. And we hope that Kochi utilization will also substantially increase to almost 30% of the total capacity. So this is how it is shaping up, and let us hope for the best for our Kochi terminal.
Okay, great. What about into the bio and green compressed gas space? You've signed an MOU with MOPNG as well. Do you see this becoming a significant part of your overall portfolio?
Yeah, very true. Because last week only I have signed this MOU with MOPNG, and we are planning to put up 100 CBG stations across the country. And object is basically the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister to set up around 5,000 compressed biogas plant in the country, with the vision that this will give employment to the people, and also it will raise the income of farmers in the sense that these biogas plants will use this agriculture waste, municipal waste, cow dung, and like that. So it's a completely eco-friendly system. And if you look at the vision, it's a great vision. And the anticipation of our government is that we should achieve at least 15 MMTP of gas from these 5,000 compressed biogas plants. So if this plan succeeds, I hope that Atmanirbhar Bharat, which we are envisaging now, our Prime Minister is envisaging and telling us. So we should achieve that in the sense that we can have more indigenous production of compressed biogas, so that we can replace to some extent the imports. So this is how we are proceeding. And initially, we are putting up some station in Haryana and Punjab, and also Uttar Pradesh. And subsequently, we will plan where to put up these stations, plants, because we have to see the availability of this biodegradable waste wherever it is possible, because we can have even bagasse also from the sugar mill, and press mud we can use. And like that, we can other agriculture waste we can use for this. So we need to see that there is a constant supply of raw material for the plant. For that, we have to see the place where we can get this kind of uninterrupted supply of these bio waste, so that we can continue to run the plant throughout the year. So these things have to be worked out, and we hope that this is a very good segment, and perhaps this will help India to achieve the objective of increasing the income of farmers in years to come. And it's a great vision. I think this is something which is very new, but I hope that this will succeed and people will realize that they can have gas even from the waste. And apart from gas, we can also have this organic manure, which can also cater to the needs of the farmers, which otherwise are using other chemical fertilizer. And this will be an organic manure which will be produced through this kind of process. So we are very much optimistic about this sector, and we hope that we are happy that we are part of it, and we hope that this will perhaps one step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, and we should go ahead with this. And many companies are doing this. So I think 5,000 plants means it's an investment of almost 2 lakh crores. It's a huge investment. And in our case also, it will be investment of around 3,000 to 4,000 crores in years to come. So it's a good step, and I think we should succeed in this.
Done. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great speaking with you, Mr. Mishra.